Hi students, now I am taking direct tax of second year BCom. Under that, capital gain. We already studied about the capital gain relating to the long term. Now we can see both long term and short term capital gain. How the calculation will be made for both short term and long term capital gain. ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈಗ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಎರಡು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡುವ. ಸೊ ಅದರದ್ದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೀತಾ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1, ಜ್ಯುವೆಲರಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ rupees 1 lakh in January 2017. So purchased jewelry 1 lakh in January 2017 and it is sold for 1,80,000 in January 2019. So it is sold in the year 2019. So first we have to analyze whether it is short term or long term. If it is more than 3 years, then it is called as long term. If it is less than 3 years, it is called as short term. See here, 2017, 2019 is only 2 years. So it is called as short term. So here it come under short term capital gain. So the next adjustment is house at Udupi is let out for residence sold on 30th 9/18 at rupees 40 lakhs. Sold it is for Udupi house is sold for 40 lakhs. It was inherited by him in 1990 and its fair market value on 1/4/2001 was 4 lakh. So if it is gifted, we should not take into consideration the fair market value after it is received. But it is inherited ಅಂದರೆ ಆಗ ಡೆತ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಂತ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಸೊ ಆಗ ಅದರ ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಈಸ್ 4 lakh. 4 lakh. Then his father had acquired it for rupees 2,50,000. So 2,50,000 ಗೆ ಅವನ ಫಾದರ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದರ ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಂತೆ 4 lakh ಇನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 2001. So 2001 sold 2018. So it is long term capital gain. Then his father had accepted it for rupees 2,50,000. He purchased another house for 15 lakh. So he is purchased a new house for 2,15 lakh. So sold in the year 18. So purchased within 1 year. So remember here the academic year or financial year is 18-19. ಇಲ್ಲಿ previous year 18-19 ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ sold 2019 ಉಂಟು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2018 ಉಂಟು. ಸೊ 18 ಮತ್ತು 19 ಒಳಗಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Then he deposited 50,000 in post office deposit account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು. Next adjustment is household furniture costing rupees 28,000 in October 2017. So household furniture is not come under capital asset. ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಗೆ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನೋಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು household furniture should not come under the capital asset. It should not enter as a assumed as a capital asset ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಬರೀಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ then there is no need of calculating its capital gain. Next one is agricultural land in Mangalore sold for rupees 8,25,000 in 2019. It had cost rupees 1,85,000 in cost ಆಗಿದೆ. In the year 2001 it cost in the year 2001. So 2001 ಗೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು 19 ಗೆ. So it is long term capital gain. Then last one is shares. He sold 1,000 shares at rupees 80 per share in October 2018. So he sold in the year 2018. These shares were purchased by him in January 2018. But ಅದನ್ನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಂತೆ ಜಾನ್ವರಿಲಿ 2018 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ವಿದಿನ್ 1 year he sold the shares. So it is come under short term capital gain. Short term capital gain. So ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು. So first we have to calculate the short term capital gain, then we have to calculate the long term capital gain. So first we have to write computation of capital gain. Capital gain. Under that, short term capital gain. First we have to calculate the short term capital gain. So we can provide two columns here. See here, short term capital gain is here, jewelry. So number 1 is jewelry. Remember, in case of short term capital gain, I already told you, there is no need of cost of acquisition. Here, an indexed cost of acquisition, we have to take into consideration only cost of acquisition. So jewelry sold for jewelry, sale proceeds is 1,80,000. Only deduct cost of acquisition. Here no need of indexing cost of acquisition. Indexing ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ direct cost of acquisition ಅನ್ನು less ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. It is 1 lakh. So deduct it. No investment. So right last column it is 80,000. So here CII is given. I write in here CII. It is important. So 2001 to it is 100. Then 1819 to 80 is given to 80. So short term jewelry over. Next second one is short term, here it is shares. So we can write shares. Sold, sale proceeds. So 1000 shares at rupees 80 sold. So 80,000. So here commission is given. Commission is paid. So we have to deduct the commission. Less commission 800. So we are getting 79,200. Less cost of acquisition. It is 30,000. So 30,000. You deduct it. You get 49,200. 49,200. After calculating the short term capital gain, next we have to write long term capital gain. Long term capital gain. Under that, here it is in the Udupi house. We can write Udupi house. Underline it. So I am writing here continuation. So Udupi house, we have to write first sale proceeds. So Udupi house, it is sold for rupees 40 lakhs. So it is sold for rupees 40 lakhs. Then its fair market. Next we have to deduct the commission. No commission, no brokerage. Next here it is long term, means we have to write indexed cost of acquisition. We have to deduct indexed cost of acquisition. Adhe difference. Short term alli indexed barudilla, long term alli indexed cost of acquisition ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. So here it is given fair market value and cost of acquisition. So if both is given, we have to see whichever is higher. Fair market value ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ whichever is higher ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. So fair market value is higher, that is 4 lakh is higher. So sold in the year 2018. So we have to see the index relating to 2018, that is 280 rupees. Then we have to see the fair market value date, it is 2001. Here we have to see the index CII of that year, it is 100. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸೇಲ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗ್ತದ ಆ ಡೇಟ್ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಯಾವ ವರ್ಷದ್ದು ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಡೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರ ಆ ಡೇಟ್. ಈಗ 4 lakh ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಇಯರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಈ ಇಯರ್ ಇತ್ತು ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. So we get 11,20,000. 11,20,000 deduct it, we get 28,80,000. 28,80,000. From this we have to deduct the exemption under section 54 less exempt under section 54. So he purchased a new house within 1 year. So purchase of new house. Then post office deposit. Remember always post office deposit not come under deduction 54. ಈ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅದು ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನೆನಪಿಡ್ಬೇಕು 54ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅವನು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನ್ಯೂ ಹೌಸ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ನ್ಯೂ house purchased for 15 lakhs. So deduct the 15 lakhs, we get last column 13,80,000. So 13,80,000 is the long term capital gain received from the house at Udupi. Adra Udupi house in a long term capital gain. Next is house furniture household, leave it, adu tagollikke illa. Next one is agricultural house. So it is also long term. So agricultural land sale proceeds. So it is sold for rupees 8,25,000. It is long term. So we have to write less indexed cost of acquisition. Indexed cost of acquisition. So here only purchased amount is given, acquisition amount is given, that is 1,85,000 into sale date CII, that is 280. So it is purchased agricultural land, it is given 2001, same 2001. So divide by 100. ಅದರ CII ಅನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸೇಮ್ ಡೇಟಿಗೆ 2001ಗೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ 5,18,000. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ 5,18,000 ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್, ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ 3,07,000. Out of 3,07,000, he purchased another agricultural land for rupees 3,02,018. That means within 1 year of sale. 1 year sale na ಮೊದಲೇ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಒಂದು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ 3 lakh ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 54. ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 54 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಹೌಸ್. ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಹೌಸ್. So new house purchased for rupees 3 lakh. 3 lakh. So 3,07,000 minus 3 lakh. So last outer column is 7,000. 7,000 over total the last column. It is the taxable capital gain. That means short term as well as long term. So we get 15,16,200. 15,16,200. This is the taxable capital gain. So this is the taxable capital gain. With this we can end this problem. Thank you.